Hi guys, welcome back to Drink Tutorials. Today I'm going to teach you how to make a Sazerac. A Sazerac is a very old cocktail. It's one of the oldest. It was invented in New Orleans in the 1850s. Historically it was made with French brandy, but today we're going to make a more of a modern version with rye whiskey, and the actual cocktail was actually the first branded cocktail in the canon of cocktails, and when it was in 1873 they changed the French brandy to American rye whiskey, maybe to just make it a little bit more American. You're going to use Peychauds Bitters for this cocktail, which is it's the red bitters with the fancy label, and it is the other one that was invented in the 1800s, but is the red one as opposed to the one Angostura bitters that you use with old fashions. We're going to add 6 dashes to the bottom of a glass. And add a sugar cube. Now traditionally I'd put a dash of soda to help the sugar dissolve, but I like my Sazeracs with a little bit more grain to it, so today I'm just going to skip that step, and I am going to add 2 ounces of rye whiskey. We'll take a muddling spoon with the muddler on the end and just muddle it down. You'll be able to feel how fine the sugar is getting with the bottom of the spoon, and you want to make it fine, but you don't want to eviscerate it. You want to have that nice grainy texture to it. That grainy texture, it means that the drink, as you drink it, will evolve, and the sugar will dissolve as you go, and then you'll get that nice little sugar pop on the end of the cocktail, which will then release endorphins in your brain and make you very happy. And that's what leads you to your next cocktail, probably. There we go. We get it all nice and muddled, and then we add our ice. So just ice cracker, crack some ice, toss it in the glass. There we go. And then we give it a stir. Now another way to check dilution, there's 2 ways to do it. You can either lift the ice up a little bit and see where you're at, or just note that when you get frost on the outside of the glass, it means that you've properly chilled your cocktail, and also the dilution is probably at about a ½ ounce to 3/4 of water, which is what you kind of want in your old fashioned, or your Sazerac for that matter. Well, another very important step is we use absinthe. So this drink calls for a washed glass of absinthe, and the way you do that is pour a little bit into the bottom, and then you tip it on its side and you just roll the absinthe. You want to make sure that you don't spill any of this, because you want to keep that little dash of absinthe in the bottom. You need to make sure it's about 1/8 of an ounce or so, maybe a little less. Shake it. You can even kind of do it like that, like wine. Get it all nice and coated. We'll give this one more little stir. Cool. And then we shall strain. See how all the sugar is coming out at the bottom? You want to make sure you get as much of that into the drink as possible. The one step that I forgot, but you guys will forgive me for, is a lemon. So this calls for a lemon twist. So you want to take a nice peel off a lemon, and then when you zest it, make sure you zest it up high so you get the sweet oil on it, but not the bitter oil. I like to give it a nice little rub around, like that, and voila, the Sazerac.